Hello there everyone, this is GoodGuyPalps and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 6 as Simón Bolívar, the Grand Columbian Empire. We are playing on Deity on a 7 seas map, standard size, standard speed, with some of the unique new game modes, the Secret Societies and Tech and Civic Shuffle mode, making the Tech and Civic trees a little bit more random. Simon's bonuses help us focus a bit towards aggression, so we're going to play a very aggressive domination and science focused game. I'm thinking. I'd like to try out his abilities, getting his special Comandante Generals, basically special great generals you get each era. So we're going to try that, try and play aggressive. We got a decent enough looking start here, so I'm excited about that, and I'm hoping with the Secret Societies that we can try out the new Vampire Secret Society. Haven't ever played as them. I think that would be a lot of fun. So thanks for being here. Much love and appreciation, and if you like these videos, hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe buttons, that helps a lot. And any feedback, of course, is much appreciated. And again, thanks for being here. And with that, let's get going. I think we're going to settle in place around a Plains Hill, so that that'll make it a 2-2 tile. And we're going to get a Eureka to sailing. Now, before we do that, we might want to explore a bit just to kind of see what's around, what's near us. One of Simon's bonuses is that we get extra movement for every unit, which is pretty great, but I still think this is the best place. We're going to be near flood terrain, so we could get quite a few good yields, and we get air score from settling where there's flood terrain. Oh, this is a beautiful tile. We're going to want to purchase that as soon as possible. It's 2-2 plus 1 culture. Wow, that is pretty much as good as it gets. So let's see, we got the new continent, tribal village. Let's take our tech tree out. Now sailing's here, we've boosted it. And let's see, I think where we're at, mining would be good. We could improve the amber, and we can improve the mercury. Meaning you could sell it, we could use it. Now getting animal husbandry to improve the honey, also good. And animal husbandry would let us improve the camp as well. And we'd be able to see any horses near us. So I think we're going to want to take animal husbandry first. Yeah, I think we'll take animal husbandry, and then we'll go to mining. We're going to want all three of these pretty quick, though. Now, with that, I think we want to go ahead and build a scout first. Maybe 1 or 2 scouts, and then our first settler. Let's also double-check which tile we are using. I think this is the right thing. The 1 and 3 production will help us get a scout out sooner. As soon as we have enough gold, we're going to want to buy that tile and start working it, though. Let's grab... Oh, a Secret Society discovered the Void Singers. Now, that's great, but we actually don't want to use the Void Singers right away. I think we're going to want to join the Vampires. That said, we're going to take this free governor point, and I think it'd be worth grabbing Pingala, simply because it'll be a while until we're able to get a second governor point. It's going to be somewhere in here. We're a few turns away, and this would boost our culture and science. So we're going to appoint him in the capital, and that should help us a lot. Let's send this first scout east. And the next scout, oh, we just got a free scout. Oh, beautiful. So we only have to build 1. So let's come this way, and they'll send the next scout probably south. They also have extra movement as well, the scouts. That's very helpful. Let's bring our, let's take a look on the hill, see a little further. Looks like this is a whole sea above us. Let's kind of follow its little coastline. We're also going to want to bring this next scout probably along the river, since we'll probably settle our next city along the river. Not so much on the desert. There's another river we've discovered, another city-state, and we didn't get a envoy there, which means they've already been discovered by another civ, meaning there's probably another AI civ somewhere around here, around that, closer to it than we are. Now let's take this scout further east, go next turn. No, we're not going to be able to get a settler as soon as we'd like. How much gold do we need? We need 50 gold to buy that tile. So we're not getting enough food to grow the city as fast as we would like. It might be worth, I guess, after this to get a builder. We can get a couple little improvements, including the camp here, letting us boost. Well, it's one of these. It's craftsmanship. It's a major defeat. There is a encampment. Let's kind of skirt around that. We want to clear these because that's going to unlock I almost said zombie, but the Vampire Secret Society is by clearing encampments. So we're definitely going to want to get some units. Slingers would also boost archery, which would be pretty good. Now, a monument would help us get more culture here around the capital. I think we want to bring this warrior back and help us start working on clearing some of these nearby encampments. I think we kind of can either go for the monument to try and boost the city's border growth, not to mention increasing our culture per turn. That's not a bad idea, not at all. A builder, I think, is a little better. The builder could improve the camp and build us 2 farms, boosting craftsmanship. However, until we get mining, we could, if we wait a little while until we get animal husbandry and then mining, we'd be able to use the builder to improve a mine, a camp, and this right here, which would be a little better. And in the meantime, we might want to get a couple troops. Maybe we grab a warrior first that we can move to clear this encampment easily. Now we have met Nazca, and we met them first, so we get a free envoy there, giving us some faith in the capital, which is pretty great since we can use that to help us get a Pantheon soon. And this looks like it's going to be another city-state. Let's go to the next turn and see. Okay, it's Mexico City. I'm not actually... They're production focus, obviously. We get a free envoy there as well, which is great. Their suzerain bonus is regional effects of your industrial zone, and oh, they reach 3 tiles further. That's great. I think we're going to care more about being nice to Mexico City to get their suzerain bonus than any other one, except they are close. They wouldn't be bad to conquer, though neither would Nazca. Now let's bring this scout along the river, since we're probably going to want to settle our first city around there. Speaking of Simón Bolívar, the theme right now that was just playing, the music theme, is pretty awesome. I haven't heard any of their stuff.
Welcome
Ooh, America.
to the United States of America. If you conduct yourself well, you can consider us friends.
Beautiful. It is an honor to meet you, and for now we're going to be a little friendly until we know exactly where they are, which is right here. Great. So I think we're going to want to grow this way, and then obviously, like I said, we're going to play pretty aggressive. So we're going to want to make sure we claim all this land we want, and then we'll probably be doing some attacking eventually. Continue to use our scouts to hopefully claim up any tribal villages. I haven't played on the Seven Seas map in a while, so we'll see how this map is as we continue to explore. Oops. Here we go, a little extra movement here. Let's bring them up here and kind of see what's here next to us. We were the first to meet Nazca, so theoretically there's no AI too close to them, so we might be able to find some tribal villages if we're lucky. Okay, beautiful. So let's make sure we're working this tile. I'm gonna go ahead and lock that in. We didn't have to buy it. Now we are about to grow though, so if we wanted to buy a tile to work next, we could. However, I don't see any that are much better than this one. These two tiles would be nice to help us get growth, I guess. But I think it'd be better to hold on to gold to buy something like a trader or upgrade slingers, something like that. Now we know where riding is. We want to push for the campus. Let's take a look at our bonuses again. We get the generals when we enter the first era, so we're going to want to focus on little, like, quick growth so that we can build an army later to use our generals. Promoting does not end turn, that's great. Industrial units, so that might be a time that we can really push hard, and then we can build these improvements, which give us a little bit of housing, gold production, and food, and extra production later. So right now there's no extra like bonuses helping us, while America actually would be tough to take on since they get that +5 combat strength and fighting on their home continent. So I think we want to get mining next, so we can push towards getting campuses. Not to mention building these improvements. We'll get that in 9 turns, so we're going to want to get a builder out around then. We're going to bring this warrior this direction, so let's bring our scout to the southeast. Let's get this warrior out there. And with that, I think we go ahead and work on the builder now. With 8 turns, should work out pretty nicely. We'll start getting more production though, so it'll be done a little sooner than that. Beautiful, let's grab that tribal village. Move on to the next turn.
At his best, man is
Alright, so we've got the first civic done. I think we're going to take God King, and the reason for that is production would be nice, but this helps us get a Pantheon twice as fast. We'd get, since we'll increase to 2 faith per turn, not to mention more gold always is nice. Now survey would be good since we have those 2 scouts, except we're about to fight some barbarians, and that extra 5 combat strength comes in pretty handedly during those early fights. Now let's take a look at our civics. I know we get a free envoy if we boost this, so we'll get the Pantheon eventually. Ooh, early empire would be really nice, letting us get settlers. There's basically 2 strategies. Build the government district and then build the ancestral building, I think it's called, something like that. And it lets us build settlers faster and then pump out settlers and get Magnus. However, I think as soon as we finish this builder, we're going to work on a settler and get our second city, which we're probably going to want to put 1, 2, 3, 4. We probably don't want to get too... We don't need to be super wide or tall necessarily. I'm probably not going to worry too much about cramming cities close together. I tend to not do that when I play domination strategies. I tend to go with almost less cities. Though near the homeland, it's not bad to have a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4 here wouldn't be bad. We'd be next to horses. Maybe we come right about here. We'll probably want to put a city up in here as well. And then maybe another one near Mexico City. Now we have to worry about, or we have to think about the distance from Mexico City. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we settled on the amber or about right here, that's about as close as we can be to Mexico City, give or take. Let's see, that'd be 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we could actually be 1 closer. Right about here. Alright? So that'd be 1, 2, 3. No, it'd have to be right there. Had it right the first time. So if we built here, though, then we couldn't build here. It'd be 1, 2, 3, right? Because we need that 4 tile distance. Maybe we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we do settle there. A little close to the capital. We have a couple cities kind of crammed in close here. That's probably not too big of a deal, especially if we have some space here for the Bogota to kind of grow. And we settle as far out as we can here on this river, potentially. Could have a really nice Petra city here, if we wanted. And then if we settle here, we'd probably go 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. Kind of getting a lot of this production, staying a little bit away from the desert, and being able to build an aqueduct around here. And the reason I would have that aqueduct there is that theoretically there might be something here we could build that would make a really nice industrial zone right here, but we will see. The best industrial zone is probably actually going to be something like an aqueduct here, a dam here, I guess, and then an industrial zone here, something like that. And we probably are going to want a campus, right? I don't see any, what are those called, reefs, atolls that boost science. That's why I think we only have these mountains, so I think this is our best campus location. Okay, so I think that's the plan, the current plan. It'll adjust as we go, but I think that would be pretty good. And then we'd probably start to maybe get another city around here on this lake, another one on the river, a little bit more spaced out as we continue to spread. With that in mind, we're going to want quite a few settlers, and it might be worth grabbing state workforce before we start pumping out settlers, since we don't have a ton of growth in the capital yet. And that would let us get the government plaza in the capital and get settlers faster later, which might be worth it. If we did that, though, we need to figure out where we would put the government plaza, and that's probably best right where this maze is. A little debatable. The alternative, of course, is to get early empire and let us go this direction towards settlers, getting that bonus. But I think we'll grab state workforce first. I normally go with the other focus, early empire. So I think I'd like to try going for state workforce again. Now we boosted masonry with that tribal village, which is great. There's a lot of amber over here. All right.
Au nom
we have
du
met
peuple
Canada.
canadien, bienvenue.
Well, hello, Canada. It is an honor to meet you, and they are definitely north of us. Now, it'd be great if we could steal that Barbarian Encampment and potentially get meet the what are they called? Vampires. We are going to be a little wary of America being, you know, any aggressive at all. They aren't friendly towards us. We haven't made any good ways to be friendly. We might want to try and be friendly with Canada. For now, we're going to hold off on all of that since we're going to play aggressive. Now, if we attack them here, we take a decent amount of damage, but we also, I think, could clear them next turn, which I think is worth the risk. Looks like America's spreading to the southeast, which is great. We don't want them settling up here. I think our main goal is to get probably these two cities, and then after that, this is probably the least important city since there's no one really in threat of settling it. It's probably better to settle somewhere down here next, I would think. About 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 away. Actually, no, it'd probably be better to be right about here. Theoretically, because then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 there for another city. And that would be a really good couple cities there. We're going to want to keep this warrior semi-close just in case of potential war, defending the capital. Let's make sure we're working the tiles we want. These are the 2 tiles we would like worked. And we'll get that builder done in just a couple turns. Let's bring this warrior just to kind of see what America's got. Thanks to Deity, they just have a bunch of cities already. Good for them, hooray. I'm going to continue to move. There is, let's see. Let's take this guy first. Let's clear the encampment. We did not meet the vampires yet, which is fine. Let's move. Probably going to bring this guy here. I think there might be no AIs this direction. Now we might want to... Yeah, here's a Barbarian Encampment. That's actually a good one to clear too. We want to clear as many as possible. Oh, this encampment was cleared? Oh, come on, Mexico City. What are you doing? They cleared it for us. You are welcome, Canada. Like, I get it, Mexico City, but seriously, would have been really nice if you didn't do that. We're going to send this scout away. And we're going to bring this builder over, or warrior, I mean. We're going to need to heal up this scout so they can't just die too easily. We're being a little spread thin, a little risky moving these. Okay, there's no way that's the best way to get there. Let's bring this scout south now. Now that we have this builder, we can spend a turn improving the camp, and then we'll start working on improving the mines. This will improve housing and give us some gold per turn, which is great. We're now going to go ahead and grab a settler. Now that we're hurting a bit on growth and housing, but we should get this second city out as soon as we can, and then we will probably figure out where we're going to put the government plaza. I think chopping the maize is the best opportunity. It's a nice resource. Oh, not the diplomatic corps, government plaza. But that government plaza would really boost our future industrial zone and the campus we're going to build, hopefully relatively soon. For now, let's get a settler out that we can put right here.
Who deserves more credit than the wife ever?
With that, we can now spend the gold to improve, or to quickly buy this mercury, mostly to sell it. And because it's easier to quickly improve this than come improve here and then back over here. And we want to do the 3 improvements before we chop the maize here, despite the fact that it would help us grow pretty quickly. Now let's grab pottery. We have to get that before we get writing, and we're going to get that pretty soon. Beautiful. We've met Jerusalem. And now we have met England. Okay. I never remember if she's going to be England or French. English or French. She's going to be England. Okay. Let's take a look at what we can trade. She's not... We could use her potentially. Let's send a delegation. We could use her as an early alliance to fight against America, theoretically. If we offer some Mercury, she's willing to give us... That's terrible. What about the French? Nope, they're not going to be willing to trade. Oh, that 8 gold per turn is great. So we're going to trade with America for that. We're going to go ahead and use this builder. Let's make sure there's no barbarian encampments this way. There is not. Almost unfortunately. Let's go ahead and see what's over here. Just make sure we've discovered as much as possible. And continue to scout here. And if we can discover anything with this scout, they'll be promoted. So we just need to be wary of any barbarians. But we're gonna go leave Canada to come see if there's any like unclaimed tribal villages or anything over here. Okay, let's skip to the next turn. They might be sending their warrior to deal with this barbarian encampment, which would be unfortunate, though a bit unavoidable. There's some barbarians. Almost a good sign, actually. More barbarians there. The Seven Seas maps are pretty good-looking maps, though. I'll move away from the barbarian. Man. Brutal we can't get here. I really wanted to clear that encampment. We're going to hold off and just wait with the hope that we can. Let's go search for more barbarians with our warriors. Now we do have our first Pantheon. Can we get the free settler? And no, we cannot. So we could get a free builder, getting us better growth rate. Not a bad idea. We could, let's see, boost our production towards early military. It's not that great. It doesn't help you the whole game. Production towards improved strategic resources, not that great. We don't have that many plantations. Without a specialty district, plus 25% production towards districts, that's not that good. Breathtaking, we're probably not going to be getting that much faith. Tundra tiles, 2 amenities and 2 housing to cities if they have a holy site adjacent to a river. If we were going in a faith-based game, that would be pretty good. Divine Spark never hurts. We do have a lot of floodplains. Production from marsh, oasis, and desert floodplains. Okay, so these aren't desert. They are just floodplains. So plains, floodplains. So that wouldn't actually be that great. Camps, we do have a camp, so that would give us +1 food and production here. That's the only real camp I see happening, since these are going to be plantations with the honey. Yeah, I think the best thing to go here is fertility and take the free builder. And helping our capital grow a little faster. Now with that, we can improve this. That boosts craftsmanship, which is great. So this is a 1-2-1 science. Yeah, I guess we do like the science bonus. We're gonna move down here and harvest this. It wants us to put a farm, which would normally be good, but since we're gonna be building this pretty soon, we could have boosted this if we got the campus done soon first, but we're not gonna have it done first. So let's build a farm here. We will get rid of it, but the farm is helpful for now. Probably should actually, harvest this and then save a charge for when we complete this settler so we can improve the horses, I think. Continue to move away from this slinger. We want to discover as much as possible so we know if there's any encampments we can clear. Looks like they leveled up. They're going to clear that. So we might as well just go search for another encampment. potentially where they're moving to.
It was a fantastic landscape.
Mount Rama, beautiful.
For all around were rocks.
That's going to give us a little bit of air score, and we discovered the Hermetic Order. We don't want to join them, but it is a really, really good secret society. We'd also love, if we can eventually get here, 1, 2, 3, 4-ish, to get a city, give or take there. It's a nice wonder. Let's... Oh, we need pottery, so we have to wait 1 turn. That's fine.
No man ever wetted clay and then left it.
Now let's take this harvest. Oh, it's going to give us gold. Eesh, that's not that good. It also feels weird. But it's better than... We're going to put the government plaza down pretty soon, so it's better than no gold, I guess. In the meantime, let's bring this builder right about here. Let's also go for writing so we can get the campus down when we're ready. We've met Antonovario, very nice. Let's move on to the next turn. Delegation is most welcome. We have a lot of gold. As soon as we get a trade route, we'll probably spend the gold. I'm tempted to buy the monument, to be honest. Just to really boost our culture per turn. Let's see. I want to make sure there's no American troops coming this way. You never know with those Americans, right? Might be ready to invade you. Here. Let's come south into the oh, no, we do not want to go to war. But there might be some tribal villages down here. Wait, oh, I just realized this guy's still chilling on alert, not even healing. Oh, beautiful, and there's a tribal village. Alright, so we completed the settler. Finally. A little unprotected, but they can move extra. Okay, so they did settle here. That's unfortunate. We can't settle there anymore. But this does mean we will go to war eventually. In fact, a war is probably coming soon. Sooner than we'd like. So in 3 turns, we can get the government plaza. And we'll plop that down here, and we'll plop a campus down soon after. We're going to need a lot of production. So, oh, Great Bath isn't a... no, it's not a good idea. A granary is actually probably the best thing we could do. I think we'll save up the gold just in 1 turn and buy that. It'll improve our housing, which is fine, but also mostly it'll improve our food, letting us grow a little bit faster. I think that's what we're going to want to do. Now, because of that, let's put some production into a slinger, a defensive unit. Okay, well, that was not the best direction to go. Let's grab this tribal village. Should level them up. Definitely faster on hills, because there's so many dang hills around here. And continue to explore. We also have got everything we needed for the normal age, which is great. Let's go ahead and bring this warrior back. We're going to want some defenses here with America moving up. This is kind of just means we're going to go to war. The good news is they're not building walls yet. Move on to the next turn. Delegation is most welcome. That doesn't. I'm not sure if that means you're being friendly or what their plan is, but yeah, bring this. This is the warrior we wanted to bring back. Yeah. Okay.
A strong economy
Okay,
begins with a strong...
so we can change our policies. We don't want God King in anymore. We're going to take production in all our cities, and I think we'll keep in discipline for now. Let's plop in our first city. Improve the horses, boosting horseback riding. And with our production boosted here, I think we could get... Builders are tempting. We can improve the honey. There's a lot of improvements to make. However, let's spend the gold to grab the granary. I think we're gonna plop down the government plaza. But let's real fast just finish the slinger. Then work on the government plaza. And I think in this city, in 2 turns we could get a campus. For now, let's work on a monument. And let's double check what's, yeah, that's by far the best tile. And I want to claim up as much territory as possible. That's why I'm working on the monument. Now there is a good reason to maybe work on military here. For one, we want to build up a military, and 2, the threat of America is somewhat strong. They have an army of 133, we have 56, and it's all away from here. Maybe we should grab another slinger that we could upgrade to an archer later. Let's do that, actually. With that, let's start working towards early empire so we can get this card in eventually and plop out some more settlers. And we're going to want Magnus. And the reason we want Magnus is because we'll be able to not lose population in the capital. We're probably going to want about 1 city. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is probably a great place for a city. We're also probably going to want 1 about here-ish. Here's not bad. And maybe we would want a couple cities here, but I'm kind of wanting to try more taller strategies. So I think you can get away with these 2 cities, especially since we're probably conquering soon. Well, hopefully soon. Alright, so this is a dead end. Let's heal up the scout real fast, and then we'll continue to explore with them. I'm surprised the barbarians aren't spawning as much as I would like them to.
Writing is easy.
Let's bring this scout this direction. Open up the tech tree. Okay, now sailing's not bad. For one, it moves us towards masonry, getting us some ancient walls to protect these cities. Sailing also lets us improve the fish here and a couple other resources. So that's pretty tempting. Archery is probably the most tempting since we have a couple slingers we're going to want to upgrade. Revealing iron is also really good, especially if we want to start playing aggressive. Getting water mills. We're building a lot on rivers. That is also pretty solid. And it's already been boosted. Let's go towards wheel, I think. Because both of these cities and the next at least 1 city will be able to use that bonus. Let's see. Let's check on everything we've got. This guy, let's heal him up for another turn. Go 1 more. Alright, now let's come up here to the north. We've completed the government plaza. I guess we can't get our government building until we get to the oligarchy. Or, well, the next tier government, I guess, not necessarily an oligarchy. So let's grab the monument to get more culture per turn. And then let's upgrade... Let's upgrade Magnus right now. Let's also move him to the capital. And put in Pingala in Quito. And in 5 turns, we will probably start working on another settler once we get the monument done. In the meantime, let's get this warrior come out and see what is going on over here. So we have an American warrior encroaching a little too close for comfort here. We have another one here. Let's watch what their movement is. They want horses. We have a lot of horses. They're willing to give us open borders and some gold for now. I'm going to make that trade since we can't even get horsemen. And that gold is pretty nice. Looks like they're not really moving closer. Nothing here of real value. Let's bring our warrior back, bring our scout forward. We have to come around there. Oh, good. Oh, beautiful. That's some just phenomenal land over here. Let's grab the tribal village, improving our population. That is one of the best things you can get out of tribal village, in my personal opinion. This city now has 3 tiles, so it's working 3 really, really good tiles. After we get the slinger, I think we're going to want to definitely grab the monument so that it can start claiming more tiles. And then after that, we're probably going to actually want to queue up the granary. Let's keep this warrior on defense there. I'd like to get our scout up through here and figure out what's in this region. And keep our troops here for now to defend. But yeah, we aren't quite in a place where we could have a productive war against America. Probably not until we get maybe a city here. Let's take a look at this, the settler view. What is that? -9. Okay, so not ridiculous. This is only a minus. This is a 0, so actually we could settle there next if we wanted. 1, 2, 3. This would be 1, 2, 3. So we'd actually miss out on like the Mercury by settling here, but I think that's fine. Put that guy on alert. We're gonna hold on to our gold so we can upgrade them to archers, hopefully relatively soon. They're building the Oracle. Good for them. Now, because of how much land there is and how available it is, we can probably, well, we're planning to space out most of these cities, so it's not a big deal.
Look back over the past.
All right, we're gonna grab this, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna grab probably a couple more settlers until we get to that next. Oh, it's way over here. Oh man, this shuffle mode's pretty fun, but it can be pretty crazy. Let's take craftsmanship. We're gonna skip mysticism for now. We're going to improve Pingala to give us more science, and then we're going to grab settler production, and that'll build that settler that much faster, and we'll probably get our next city here. Yeah, that's probably the best place. Oh, this is a really good area. This would be a great place to settle too. Let's take a look at the loyalty. It's not an issue. If we settled here, we still could be 1, 2, 3, 4 right here if we wanted to, which we probably don't care to. I don't really actually, normally I would try and bust barbarians by looking as much land as possible to prevent them from spawning, but we want them to spawn because we need them to join the vampire faction. And just some great land here and no AI. And I wish there was more tribal villages. There should be a mode where you can just like say they're to spawn twice as many tribal villages or something. Ooh, meteors. Trying to move up to the north here. Let's go on alert. Move on to the next turn. Oh, continue to move east. We only met half the players, so. Oh, and there's Ethiopia. I want to play as Ethiopia. Maybe we'll do that in the next series. Let's go next turn.
Sometimes the wheel turns slowly.
All right, watermill, it would be nice, especially because we could improve our production in the city, which is not phenomenal. Though we could, rather than work the honey, we could work another 2-2 tile. That probably would help this city better, especially since it's going to be filled up on housing soon, although we could buy the granary real fast to improve the housing situation. Not a bad idea. Would it be better to save up and get something like the watermill here, since its growth is pretty atrocious? That might be actually worth it to save the gold for that in the capital. We wouldn't mind getting archers. Our science has improved significantly, up to 9.2. Bronze working would be nice. We've only killed, what, 1 or 2 barbarians? Let's see. Shipbuilding, horseback riding. Let's grab sailing to see what's right here. To mention we can use sailing, at least eventually. Now they're pretty close, so there's probably not many tribal villages here. We might actually want to move away from them. Let's go move up to the north. Yeah, they have a holy site. Their faith game and culture game seems pretty strong. I'd really like to try them out. Go on to the next turn. Ooh, a barbarian encampment. Okay, so that's forever away.
It is not that life assured without craftsmanship, inspiration.
Now, we can use our scout here, I think. It's probably worth the risk. They're full health, they're promoted. If we get another promotion, we can theoretically boost their strength. Let's take a look at our policies. We still want, I think, these ones in, especially with our scout moving that way to fight the barbarians. Having got sailing, oh, irrigation would be great. We can get plantations. I think we want to grab that. And boosting production towards builders wouldn't be a bad idea. We'd love to get some more builders. In fact, our next city might want to be, unless we settle here, I think we want to settle right here. And we might turn this city into a builder city to focus on getting builders. Let's grab foreign trade. We also might want to get a trade route in here. Let's grab another settler, and we'll hold on to the gold for their turn. They'll give us plenty of gold. That's pretty good. For the amber, we have... Probably could have sold that a while ago. Now let's... If we focus on food... No, never mind. What are we working? Yeah, that's pretty good, pretty good. Now let's buy the watermill. Boost construction, and we get one more food in our capital. Alright, so America's announced us a war is pretty much coming soon. Let's go ahead and not mess around and get archery, so we can improve our slingers. And let's see, no one is using New Mexico City good. I want to make sure they weren't, so that America couldn't just like get their whole army and wreck us really soon. Let's just go through the barbarians. Alright, so there's the Barbarian Scout and the encampment. Let's fortify and see if we can bait them to attack. That'd be the ideal situation. Alright, so there's a tribal village. Beautiful. Our settler is moving, yep, right there. Good. Oh, come on. That is so annoying. Oh, a builder unit, and we get this guy promoted. There's actually a lot of jungle here, so we might take trees. Yeah, let's take the ranger promotion. And then with our free builder, let's definitely improve the fish. And we might, yeah, let's work that. Beautiful. That'll grow the city significantly faster. And then let's bring that builder. We'd love to improve the honey. So let's go that direction. And we'd love to improve this amber. Alright, we get a Grand Columbia Commandant, giving us a ton of air score. We get a city here. And with it, I think we want to produce builders to kind of improve these other cities. And we're going to kind of sacrifice this city for a few turns now. It takes 23 turns, but that'll be fixed pretty quick. Well, relatively quick. Let's make a dedication. New specialty district would be nice. Eureka's would be pretty good as well. Let's take that. We do have campuses. We might want to get a campus in here sooner rather than later, and we probably want to put that campus right there. After we get the granary here, I think is we will go ahead and queue up the campus right there. That's a +3. And the reason I'm going to queue it up right now is so we lock in, well, that's actually, and now let's switch that back. So we've locked in the campus price. Now, passive ability is +5 strength to land units within 2 tiles. Land units within 2 tiles gain +4 combat strength when attacking districts. Not bad. For now, let's bring him here. And honestly, if we improve the archers, we could maybe get this last settler or 2 to a couple of these. Maybe we just get these 3 out. This is a good spot too, though. We could start focusing more on military. Maybe these are the last 4 cities we really need, and then we could start focusing on attacking. And attacking early where they don't have walls is pretty nice. You just have to have the troops to make sure you can kind of push through and finish it. They do have a stronger military than us, but they have denounced us. With this guy, we could definitely do a lot more damage if we had some archers, and honestly, swordsmen. Oh, that's not the wrong. I want to look at the tech tree. We don't even know where swordsmen are in the tech tree, though. They got to be in one of these 3, most likely. Horsemen would also be really good. We're going to want to get an encampment as well. Let's just pair them with the archer for now and put him to sleep. And we'll be able to upgrade that archer relatively quickly. See, if we take LA, we pretty much have to take these other cities pretty quickly. So we would need probably a few more units. And right now we're going to focus on this settler, I think, for at least a few more turns. Oh boy, here is a rival, the Zulu. Let's take a look, yeah. And we're going to want to move probably to the north. Oh, that's where, well, they are. Move on to the next turn.
Every nation lives by exchanging.
2 gold for all trade routes. Production toward naval units, that doesn't help. I'm going to keep the settler bonus for now as we work on getting 1 or 2 more cities. And maybe we just settle here and then we kind of conquer these cities and then settle these later. Maybe that's what we do. Get 2 more settlers out because this land is pretty epic. We worry about settling this later. We worry about maybe settling over here later. In fact, let's put a pin right here so we don't forget because this is pretty gorgeous. And then after that, we pretty much focus on military. Now, I would be tempted to buy the trade route, which we could do in 1 turn. However, it's better to... Let me build it. It's got 2 build charges. Oh, we were going to improve the honey. Let's do that. And then let's come improve the amber. Let's grab mysticism. I was going to move north, but they have more cities here, so let's move south. I'm going to move away.
May the forces of evil become...
I always think, he says may the forces of evil, but I always think he's going to say more the force. May the force be with you. Let's grab this tribal village, giving us, hooray, faith. All right, now let's come back up here. Choose our research. I'd like to go back for masonry and irrigation, but let's grab bronze working. It's too important for our strategy for this game. Let's improve the honey, and then let's come improve this amber. That'll really help this city, I think. Now we can sell the honey. He's not interested. That's fine. He has honey, so that doesn't really... Wait, I thought I hit the Zulu. He has honey as well. She's broke, so that's not very helpful. He would give us nothing, apparently. That's not bad. Let's take a look at... Actually, that's the only person that was making a good deal. Now, what do we need that gold for? More troops, upgrading. In fact, let's go ahead and upgrade these guys right now. Move these guys forward. We could use them towards either getting more troops really. We're going to need more infantry, undoubtedly. So let's go ahead and make that deal. Let's sell the honey here. Oh, he's not willing to trade iron. That makes sense, I guess. But we'll get some diplomatic favor. It's a decent amount of gold and stuff. We are building, they're still getting the granary. We could buy the trader now, actually. That would boost commerce and boost our production in the capital. Let's go ahead and do that. Now let's go next turn. All right, we've been announced there. That's fine. There's no threat from them right now.
I like to say I practice military.
Barbarians, gotta watch out for them. Let's grab military tradition. We're gonna need that if we want to be very aggressive. Let's bring this settler here. Put them together with the archer, and let's move right there. I don't know why they decided to go the longest way possible. Temple of Artemis, not bad. We are going to have a few camps. And amenities never hurt. However, if you're playing domination, I kind of recommend let the AI build your wonders for you and go conquer them. With that in mind, heavy chariots are actually probably the best thing we could do. We have that extra movement. Now we could get the campus, and that would be great right here, but we don't have the gold to buy that tile. Now we could trade with Washington, giving us a road here. Actually, it would put the road here, which isn't that great. We could also try and just connect these cities. We could trade with Mexico City. A little bit of gold. We could do an internal trade route. Let's trade with Washington. Yeah. We'll get this road coming down here, which is pretty nice. With that, I think we want to grab that one last settler to send out here. And then I think we start getting heavy chariots. And hopefully we're not waiting too long before they start to get walls, but... Alright, if we get one more here, that doesn't actually help. We could get some culture in the Capitol building. We really want to be friends with Mexico City and probably Valletta. No, we're not getting much faith returns. That doesn't help us a ton, but getting extra production from those buildings is always nice. Let's put our envoy towards Mexico City. Go next turn. Almost have to declare war to get that free settler. I wonder if they've met anybody but us. Only 2 other people, and we don't know them. So they haven't met anyone that we've met. Right, so this builder, yeah, let's improve the amber. Let's go next turn.
I don't underrate the value of military knowledge, but if men...
Now, oh, we never did bait them to attack, did we? We need to move this scout away. They're not going to be able to do enough. Alright, so we've met Alexander the Great. That's great. Yeah, we should have been scouting over here. Forgot about that scout. That's a big mistake. Whoa, theology. Ugh, okay, so we can get here, and then we can finally grab political philosophy. Once we get that and the oligarchy, that's probably the perfect time to actually invade the Americas. So until then, let's grab the settler. We're going to want to switch cards once we do that, and then grab units to attack. Perfect. It's turn 57. We're getting our 4th city, soon to get our 5th. And then it's war. And we can start being aggressive. It wouldn't be terrible to start trying to make a couple friends. But for now, I think we're in a good spot. And I think if we were able to conquer the Americas, we'd be able to settle a decent amount. Go kind of big, tall cities. And yeah, I think that's good. I think we're in a great spot. Lots to come. So far, I actually like the Colombians. Though the beginning of the game so far has been pretty straightforward. Pretty standard for a domination science type. We probably could have rushed the campuses earlier. Because of the Civic shuffle, we can't get the building I was hoping to get in the government plaza as early as I wanted, so it probably would have been better to go the other route. But regardless, it's been a fun episode. Thank you all for being here. Love y'all. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Love y'all, and I'll see you in the next episode.